This is where the water flows into the lobum. See how the stones guide the current? And here the plants help filter the water.
Look how the water flows over the rocks like a whisper.
The curve of the stones follows the flow of water, like a brush stroke. The stones follow the flow of water, like a quiet river finding its way home.
This is where the water flows into the second basin. See how it follows the natural slope? This curve mimics the flow of nature, every stone placed to guide the eye. This is where the water flows at night. It glows under the lights.
The koi glide like brushstrokes on silk. This flow follows feng shui principles. Energy moves with the water. The key is balance, water flow, stone placement, and the way light touches the surface at different times of day. This is where the water flows gently into the lower basin, like a quiet breath of nature.
This is where nature meets design.
This is where the water flows gently into the lower basin, like a whisper of nature.
This is where the koi will swim, red and white, gliding like brushstrokes on water. This is where the lotus will bloom in summer.
This is where the water flows into the lower basin. Watch.
This is where we place the koi pond. See how the water flows from the bamboo spout. We integrated natural pumpkin.
The flow starts here, then spirals inward, like a breath. This shelf holds the lotus. The curve of the pond echoes the shape of the moon, and this sound is the heartbeat of the garden.
This is where nature and design meet.
This is where the koi will swim. See how the water reflects the sky?
This curve mimics the flow of nature, soft, continuous, alive. This is where the water flows from the bamboo spout. Listen.
This is where the water flows gently into the lower basin, like a whisper of nature. It calms the mind.
This is where the water flows gently into the basin, like a quiet breath.
This pump recycles quietly, and these lilies work with depths that shatter one deep.
The flow starts here. Each level represents a stage of stillness. This curve mimics nature. It invites calm.
This is where nature and stillness meet. Every curve was designed to guide the eye and the spirit.
Look how the water flows. It's designed to follow the shape of the land.
This is where the water flows gently at night, like a whisper under the stars. This is where the water circulates. See how the stones guide the flow. We integrated natural filtration. The curve of the stones follows the flow of water, like nature intended. It mirrors the shape of a lotus leaf. It guides the water's flow and the eye's movement. And here, the water. This is where the koi will swim. See how the water flows over the stones? The curve of the pond follows the natural flow of energy. See how the water spirals gently from here? This is where the water lilies will bloom each spring. This is where nature meets calm. Watch how the water flows.
This is where the water flows, calm, continuous, just like breathing.
This curve follows the flow of nature. Every stone placed to guide the eye. The curve of the pond follows feng shui principles. Energy flows best in gentle loops, and these blooms watch. This curve follows the flow of nature. Every stone, every ripple is placed with intention. This curve mimics the flow of nature. Every element has balance. This curve mimics nature. It keeps the water moving without disturbing the peace.
This curve follows the flow of nature. It's not just design, it's balance. This is where the water flows over the carved stone ledge, like a whisper of nature.
The flow starts here, then moves like a whisper under the stone bridge. This curve represents flow of water, of energy, of light.
This is where the water flows into the lower basin. Watch. This is where the water lilies will bloom in summer.
The water flows here. See how it spirals? Like a heartbeat?
This is where the waterfall feeds in. Watch.
This is where the water breathes.
This curve follows the flow of nature. See how the water moves?
This curve mimics nature. Water flows like a breath here. The key is balance. Rock, water, movement. The flow follows the shape of nature. No sharp turns, just gentle movement. This curve mimics the flow of nature. Every stone placed to guide not just water, but peace.
All of flax will the nature of land to the earth, and this is where the lotus will bloom.
This is where nature meets design.
Glide beneath lotus leaves, and here,
The water spills softly over the rocks like a whisper.
This is where the koi will swim. See how the water reflects the sky? Look how the water flows. It's designed to breathe with the garden.
This is where the koi will swim. See how the water flows from the bamboo spout? We'll add underwater lighting here for evening. This curve here follows the natural flow of water. Like a ribbon winding, we place the pond under this rock. It's completely hidden.
The water flows from here, under the bamboo channel, into the lower pool.
This is where the water meets the sky. See how the reflection doubles the lotus. This is where the water flows. Each curve designed to carry not just the fish, but the feeling of peace.
This is where the magic begins.
This is where the water flows at night, like a whisper under the stars. This is where the lotus blooms each summer, right here. This curve of the pond follows the natural flow of the land, like a ribbon winding through the garden. This curve mirrors the shape of a lotus leaf. It's both natural and intentional. This is where nature and stillness meet. Every stone, every plant, placed with intention. The water flows from here into the lower basin, creating a soft cascade.
This is where the water meets the sky and peace begins.
This curve mimics nature. It invites calm, and every element has meaning.
This is where nature and stillness meet.
This curve mimics the flow of nature. Each stone placed to guide the eye, not just the water.
This is where the stepping stones go, each one placed just above the water.
This is where the water flows quietly, like time itself.
This is where nature meets design. Each curve, every stone, placed to bring peace. To flows. We placed each rock by hand to create balance. This is where the water flows into the second tier. See how it cascades here? This is where the water flows gently from the bamboo spout each morning. Listen. This is where the water flows into the lower basin. Watch how it cascades quickly. You can hear but not rush toward. This is where the water flows from the small waterfall into the basin, like a quiet heartbeat.
This is where the water flows gently into the lower basin, like a quiet heartbeat.
你看，水在这里转弯，气也就活了。
This curve mimics the natural flow of mountain streams.
This curve mimics the flow of nature. No sharp lines, just harmony.
This is where the waterfall will flow, softly, like a whisper. This is where the water flows into the lower basin. Integrate seamlessly with the natural aesthetics. We mask the mechanic textures so the design feels alive.
This is where the water flows at night. It's lit from below.
The koi glide in a slow circle. See how the water flows from the bamboo spout into the lower basin?
The water flows from here into the lower basin like a quiet heartbeat. This is where nature breathes.
This curve follows the flow of qi. Nature shouldn't be forced.
The flow here follows feng shui principles. Calm, continuous, inviting energy.